Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I am, of course, Luke Avdalovich. With me, as always, is Jared Waters and Tommy Ball. Right out the gate, it is Monday. Technically, this is going to get dropped super late Sunday night, but it is Monday, and we did this intentionally. One, I'll take blame for a little bit of it. Also, I'm a little hoarse right now, so bear with me. But we did this intentionally so that we could get the first two games of the finals under our belt, and so the things we were talking about was relevant. Now, with that being said, fellas, how is your Sunday night going?
Going well. Really relaxing. Prepping my mind for this starting five we got coming up. The start and sit. Just getting ready for the pod, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
What about you, Jared?
Just another lovely Sunday in the 916 here.
It's a good spot to be. It's a really good spot to be.
Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Goldilocks.
I can't wait to return. I need that weather in my life.
It's good here, man. It's good here. Now, like we said, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into our scouting report. The scouting report here at the Walk On Pod. Who are you starting or who are you sitting for this past week in sports? Tommy, you want to go ahead and kick us off? You seem really excited to be going.
Yeah, I'd love to. Easy start for me. Watch the game today. Been watching the playoff run. This guy's an unsung hero, but he does get a lot of credit. But I felt like he had his tenure where he got a bunch of credit, and then it started to kind of drop off. People started to overlook him again. I'm starting Drew Holiday this week. He was phenomenal today, but he's been so good all playoffs. He guards the best player every time. He competes his butt off, sorry. And he does what's needed, man. He said in the post-game presser, he's a utility guy. Like, I don't remember what he finished today, but there was a point in time today during the game where he was 10 for 12 from the field. It's like, that's so elite in the NBA finals to do that. I don't care how you're doing it. 10 for 12 is amazing. And he deflected the pass on the second to last possession or whatever when the Mavericks were making a run back. He deflected the pass in the backcourt that led out to a transition dunk. He deflected the pass that led out to him hitting the three right after my fault. And he's just that guy, man. I'm such a fan of Drew Holiday, such a fan of that type of player.
You know what I also liked about Drew this series was before the series when they were asking him about guarding Kyrie, and he was just like, "You pray." Like they were like, "What do you do to stop him?" He was like, "You pray." And I kind of like that because it's like, I don't know. I don't like when guys come up. They're like, "Yeah, he doesn't like to do this." It's like you're in the finals. He's
real.
Arguably the most skilled of all time, and he's like, "I'm just gonna go out there and play hard and hope for the best. Like I'm gonna do my part, and whatever happens, happens." So I appreciate
that's the other
that.
thing about Drew is how humble he is. Like he's just so real, and I also really do appreciate that as well, along with his phenomenal style of basketball that he plays.
So he's the only champion on the Celtics, right?
I think so, unless they have a vet on the bench, but I don't think they do.
Well, I mean, because Horford's technically like their vet presence, but he doesn't
never
have a
won.
ring. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just Drew.
So
he's just no disrespect to Marcus Smart, but he's slid into that Marcus Smart role, and he's not as volatile on the offensive end.
He's a better Marcus Smart.
Yeah. He's just a better Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's just better. Like, no offense to Marcus Smart. He's
No,
just a better.
no.
He's just a
Marcus
better.
Smart was great.
Yeah, he's just a better overall player. That's it.
But Marcus Smart, you were gonna get 3 to 4 wild shots a game from him that were not necessary, and like Drew doesn't do that. Like he's never gonna force.
They have another person in the team to do that.
Yes, they do, and we can get into that later. But that trade was so perfect for the Celtics. Like, it was everything they needed.
yeah. All right. I don't think anyone's really gonna argue with that one, especially the way the first two games have gone.
Yeah.
Jared, you got anything? Oh, go for it. My bad.
No. I was just gonna say, I think the hard thing is for someone that's as that's as good or as talented as Drew. Like he could dominate more possessions than he does,
for sure.
but he just finds like there was just watching the game today, like just on a side note, there were so many times where he kept possessions alive and then would like give little dump offs to like Tatum or give dump
Mhm.
offs to Horford or Derek White or kick out. Like he probably just had no business being like having the ball in his hands or like getting his hands on the ball, but like he just that's just like his personality. So it's cool that that he doesn't take anything away from the other guys. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like what Tom was saying, but that's like a really I feel like to me that's a harder thing to do. It's a hard thing to be like a really
for
good player
sure.
and not disrupt the quote unquote alphas of a
Right.
team when you go to a new team.
We've seen Drew do it. Like he's done it on other teams. Like
Yeah.
he's a legit basket. There's no doubt about it. But to be able to conform and adapt, like that makes you so much better as a player. I'm excited to watch him with the USA team. I think he's going to end up playing a bunch of important minutes in the Olympics just because of what you just said, Jared.
Jared, you want to go?
Yeah, sure, I can go. I had a start because I've been starting so much, but things didn't play out how I wanted them to play out, so that start wouldn't really make sense. So I'm gonna shift, and I'm going to sit. I'm going to sit the Mavs offense. That's what I'm gonna sit.
Interesting.
So I'm the reason I say that is because some of it is just like missing shots because like they are getting open shots. But to me, some of it is like being able to score in multitude of ways. Like, and they're just struggling with that right now. And
Yeah.
this is, I'm not gonna like single out anybody or I'm not gonna like put the blame on anybody at all. But just as a whole, like, they're struggling and fighting for every shot, whereas the Celtics are just like every shot is an open, easy shot off of straight line drives, kick, drive,
That's
kick. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's like,
Celtics are playing really simple basketball.
yeah, like the Mavs, like as good as Luca is, like they just have to find other ways to score, and obviously it helps if Kyrie is making shots and being more effective. But I like I mean, it's just kind of a piggyback off Tom's essentially, but like you just need to win in the finals, you need like your non-star players to play really well. And
Yep.
like the first two games the Mavs haven't. And typically like non-star players don't play well on the road in the finals, but to win for them, they need to win a road game, obviously. So they're
And I'll
gonna
say
have to
they have
but
been playing well this
yeah,
playoffs too.
exactly. Yeah, I mean PJ Washington's shooting percentage has like slowly dwindled from three as the series have gone on. Derek Jones is not his main shots as he was hitting early on, but just in general, like they're just not getting easy shots, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if it's I can't sit here and tell you it's anyone's fault. Like it's not I can't say it's Jason Kidd's fault or Luke's fault or the player's fault or whatever. I just think like watching the game just as a whole, they just look like they're struggling to score all the time.
Yeah. And I think what's really tough for the Mavericks right now is Boston's doing such a good job. They're switching every pick and roll, and they've completely eliminated what the Mavericks were thriving on all playoffs, which was the lob threat, the vertical spacing from Lively and Gafford. Like, I don't even think either of them have caught a lob yet in these two games. And like, you look at the other series, those dudes were getting like 3 to 4 lobs a game. And I think that's just a credit to Boston's defense. Like they've completely eliminated a key aspect of the way the Mavericks have been attacking the playoffs. So they just have to find a way to adjust. I mean, it means you might need more important minutes from Kleba, like, but he's got to hit shots.
Yeah.
And
I also think that's also personnel too. Like the Celtics don't have to play drop all the time,
yeah,
whereas the Timberwolves had to play drop and the Thunder had to play drop,
yep.
and then the Clippers had to play drop. They had Zubac.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
It's tough. It makes it hard to play those two guys if they can't give you anything at the rim.
yeah,
But
I mean
they're
Gafford's
also
been
very effective.
effective. Yeah,
Gafford has
Gafford's
been
been
good.
effective, but like it's just hard buckets. Can't just
tough
always try to
buckets.
score hard
Yeah,
buckets.
Lively's struggling. Porzingis has been so good
Yeah.
at the rim. Like he's erasing everything.
Yeah. So that's my sit.
I think that's a good.
Just
Take.
gotta find a way to adjust. Hopefully they find a way to
I think they
adjust,
will.
make it
I
a
think Jason
series.
Kidd's a great coach, so I
Yeah,
think they'll find something.
I just want the games to be competitive. This game was more competitive than the last one, but still wasn't like a. Once the third quarter hit, it kind of like once it got to like 10 or 8 in the third quarter, it was like kind of a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my thing is this is kind of why I said that earlier. Like, I feel like because of the way they've been playing, is I expected that level of performance. And then you got Luca, who's out here clearly laboring pain, like
Mm.
in a heap of pain. And he had a 30-point triple double again tonight. Like, I don't know what more you want from a dude that
Ridiculous.
is hurting getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, make a couple more free throws, maybe. But
Yeah, he does need to make his free throws. Probably would have like 38 tonight.
It
Yeah.
probably still wouldn't have been enough. You got Porzingis
No,
coming off his
wouldn't
injury
have.
like Michael Jordan or something.
He's crazy, man. He doesn't even.
I
He
mean,
just
Porzingis
catches that
also got
thing.
to sit for like a month.
Yeah.
Oh,
Porzingis
yeah.
just catches that thing, faces up, and shoots over you. Like he doesn't even try to create space. He just rises up and hits it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I hope they get both the Dallas games.
Yeah, me too.
Make it a series, and we can stretch this out as long as it can. But I don't know
Yeah.
if they.
It's not looking ideal right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
The Suns did
Okay.
go up 2-0 on the Bucks though, a couple years back.
That did happen. And then Giannis had. Anyways,
Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens.
all right. My scouting report has nothing to do with the finals. I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction for my scout. I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy the start because I think someone else is gonna give him the start. I'm gonna go ahead and give Dan Hurley the start as the
Oh,
Lakers head
God.
coach. I
Why are
think
you
it's
doing
happening.
this
Wow.
right
So
now?
I
that's
think
your
it's happening. That's my input.
prediction.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Inside
giving him
scoop
the
from
start.
Luke Abdalovich.
I like it.
It's just a terrible decision.
Whoa. A terrible decision for me to predict it, or a terrible decision
Terrible
for him to
decision
hire.
for him.
Mm.
I think the way that I keep saying is,
It's a terrible job. It's a terrible job.
but
What I
in the
said
eyes of
today.
a coach, is that not considered the pinnacle of basketball coaching? Being the head coach of the Lakers, it's
Sure, I
arguably the most
get.
storied franchise
I mean, I
in
guess.
basketball. Okay,
I
so
know, but it's like, okay, but then you're gonna move across the country and be miserable.
I think
Coaching LeBron is miserable. Let's just like
I
call it
think
what it
that's the
is.
issue. I think that's the issue.
But I think he has enough of a like I don't give a damn mentality that he's gonna be able to tune out a lot of the other stuff that I'm not the LeBron stuff, but like the media, that being in LA, coaching for the Lakers, all that stuff, and actually be able to just coach basketball. Now I get the LeBron argument. I'm not gonna argue that because obviously that's pretty much a dictatorship over there. But all the other stuff, I think he's a crazy enough person to like enjoy that moment and be able to tune it all out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no way.
He's a crackhead.
It doesn't matter. Coaching college is like it's a totally different sport. There's just no way. There's a reason why no one's done it well.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
a
he's gonna
reason.
do it.
There's a reason why no one, and he's crazier than most. The only one that kind of did it well was Brad Stevens, and he's not a crazy person.
No,
Yeah, Brad did a good
I never
job.
said he was gonna do it well or anything. I don't know how he's gonna do. I just think he's gonna take the job.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, $100 million. It's hard to turn down $100 million.
I just would not take that job if I was him. I would wait for a different one.
I mean, they're saying I heard rumors that they're like that the Knicks may
saw
open
that.
up, but in a couple years, 2 years. But I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad prediction. I'm not hating on the prediction. I'm just like I was speaking with someone else about this. It's like I just like I mean, it's a lot of money to turn down. I get that, but like
Didn't he turn down
you're
that
just gonna
similar amount of money though already from
No,
Kentucky?
not
no,
that. No, he
100
didn't get
M's.
100.
No,
No, he
What
didn't
did
get
Kentucky
100.
offer him?
10 million a year.
Oh, never mind.
Making $5 million a year right now. I'm sure that's gonna go up, but it's like dude, just to be miserable. Like, I don't know. You talk about all the time. There's some of the richest people in the world are the most miserable people. So it's like, I don't
Do
know.
you think? Do you think okay? So at what point does he's when we say he has the college basketball thing figured out, at least in the recent past, pretty
I
clearly.
He's
I think he is.
Do you think he's
He's
crazy enough
found.
to get bored? Is
No,
which is why maybe he would
no.
entertain it more. That's
I don't think he would get bored, but I do agree with your first statement is that he is someone that is thirsting for challenges, right? So it's like if he could tame, like in his mind, like we're telling us as people from the outside, we're saying this is a stupid idea. He's probably thinking in his mind, like, I'm going to be the one to get LeBron another ring, or I'm going to be the one to
exactly.
change it. But I'm telling you, that's not going to work. I'm just telling you that, like, he might think that, but like the
It'd be
NBA
so
does not
entertaining.
work that way.
It'd be so entertaining. It'd be such a
And
polar opposite of the Darwin Ham with his hands in his pocket to Dan Hurley.
like, yeah, what's going to happen when this dude tells Braun and AD to go run the bleachers
I
at
mean,
Staples
he
Center?
yeah.
Like,
he knows he can't do that. Like,
okay, but
I
I'm just
saw the
saying
yeah
though, like, but like at the same time, like I don't know,
the
man.
memes have been really good. The memes have been really
yeah, they've
good.
been great.
I saw one that was like Lakers queuing up to select Bronny 22nd overall and Andrew Hurley 55th overall or something like that. So
Yeah,
I
good.
and
just,
they had his stats up too.
I
Yeah.
just, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's crazy. I guess he's crazy enough to do it, but I just, at some point, you got to keep your sanity, I guess.
Yeah. It would be a home run hire for the Lakers, I think.
Also, this is what I was gonna say is that the offense that he runs, they don't even have the personnel. Like they can't run what
Yeah,
he
but
runs.
I don't. He wouldn't run. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't know how that actual coaching logistics of it would
I,
work. I think
it
just
would
for
be,
the
like,
buzz in
hey,
basketball, it'd be hilarious.
like
Yeah.
Dan's gonna draw up 7 different stagger screens, and LeBron's gonna be like, "Hey, that looks cool. F that. Just give me the ball, and I'm gonna go do whatever."
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, who would be crazier to accept the position, him or JJ?
I think
Oh,
JJ would be
him?
crazier.
No,
I
him.
think what it's
I don't
still
know,
doing
Jared.
his
Like,
job though. This is
yeah.
No,
that'd be
him.
JJ stepping into a brand new
I
realm.
think JJ's
Yeah, but
first
JJ has
job.
not. But JJ has nothing to lose in that boat.
I don't think Dan does either. They're not going to take away from
Dan,
what he's
I know,
done.
okay, but Dan has a chance to cement himself as one of the great. Like, if he three-peats, bro, if he three-peats, that hasn't happened since Wooden.
No, I get that,
Like
but it's the
he's
Lakers.
goaded. Like he's above. Like he's already on that goat conversation. If he three-peats, he's above Coach K. He's above Calhoun.
Yeah.
He's above Bill Self. Like he's above Dean Smith. Like he's literally in the top 3 of coaches in college.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's not a
and,
bad
So
argument.
maybe
and,
that's what I'm
and
saying. Maybe he sees this as another mountain to climb.
maybe he does, but he's a smart enough guy to see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
That's why he's asking for so many years in the deal. He's asking for 8 to 10 years so
And they're
that he
going to give it
makes.
to him.
I know, but I'm saying he's smart in the sense he knows like LeBron's shelf life is short,
hmm
and I'm not about to just uproot my family and move out to LA for a 2-year gig and then lose out on UConn, which like he has all the leverage at UConn.
So I think the points you're making kind of make it so it is crazier for JJ to take it though.
No, I think it's crazy. I mean, I guess so, but I think it's crazier for Dan to take it.
It's
I
like
wouldn't leave.
JJ, that's a dumpster fire for your first time being like a head
Yeah, but
coach.
so what? But that's what I'm saying though, is that if JJ takes a job and nosedives, he can just go back to doing podcasts or being on
Oh,
game
for sure,
telecasts.
for sure.
Whereas if
But
Dan leaves, he's not going to get the UConn job back, and he's not going to get the momentum back that he has right now.
he would get a good college job though.
But it wouldn't be UConn though,
No, it wouldn't be UConn,
and
but
it
he
wouldn't
would
be a
get.
three-peat.
You're right. He would be able to find another college job pretty easily though. I think.
Well, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, it would be you're giving up. Dan Hurley is giving up more than JJ's giving up by taking the job.
I also think he could gain more though by taking the job.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So
It's
Well,
an
that's my
interesting
start,
conversation.
man. My
Yeah,
I'm
start.
not
no,
mad
I
at your
like that.
start. I think it's a good start. I'm just giving
Yeah.
my opinion on the dumpster fire, as Tommy just so eloquently put.
Yeah. All right. My
But
other options for this. Okay. Or you have one more piece, or you just.
no, I just had a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Shoot.
Is there? Do you think there's one? I can't. I don't know the actual number, but do you think there's one coach in the last 21 years that has actually enjoyed coaching LeBron?
Yeah, I'm sure. Um.
No, I don't.
No.
I
That's
Who was
don't.
the dude?
insane.
Who was this guy when he was young? Woodson. Woodson might have liked it.
No, Paul Silas coached him when he was a rookie.
We know
I don't
Mike
know about. I
Brown
don't.
didn't.
I don't
We
No,
know.
know
Mike,
David
Utah,
Blatt didn't.
Dave Blatt didn't.
We know Vogel didn't. We know Ty Lue had his beefs with him.
It has nothing. But again, I think Dan is a crackhead.
Yeah, but he does not LeBron.
No, he's not.
I don't
All
think
right. I
anybody
mean,
liked Darvin Ham.
yeah.
Clearly.
Who knows?
Hey, Reeves has been saying some crazy stuff.
Has he?
Darvin has been catching crazy strays from Reeves.
Reese has been playing a lot of golf.
He said something about like when they were asking him about hiring, and he was like, "Yo, hopefully it's a guy that wants to come in and work the way we want to work." Or something. It was
Yeah, I
worded
did see
very
that.
crazily. I was like,
I did
"Dang,
see that
I
bro."
think
actually.
I'm telling you, man, like just coaching those teams are hard, dude.
It's an impossible job in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain the
It's
Lakers and
hard.
LeBron.
Like,
But
and
that's
that's
why
the
I think he
thing.
wants it, though. Like that's why I think he wants to take
No,
it.
and he's so nuts that you're not wrong. I don't think I think that's the correct. I think that's the way
He's
he's
gonna
thinking.
hear the podcast. He's gonna be like, "Oh, they don't think I can do it. They think it's
Yeah,
impossible."
let's send this to
Okay.
Dan.
Yeah. All
Let's get our
right. Well,
people to get in touch
I'm
with
gonna
Dan.
stand 10 toes down. You can't, Dan. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You can't fight 21 years of Braun. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Breaking news:
Heard it
Dan
here.
Hurley
You
to the
heard it here.
Lakers tomorrow after Dan hears
Like,
this.
yeah, you can't fight that, bro.
Yikes. No, that's my piece on that. My other options for tonight's scouting report. I was gonna do Porzingis as a start, but we already kind of talked about that, so not gonna do that. But I think he performed, and there were some
Been great.
question marks, big time. And I wanted to sit, and this is just me being biased. I'm not enjoying this whole like we had to wait 3 days for a game because they had the Stanley Cup last night. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So I wanted to
Yeah,
sit whoever
Uh,
came up with that schedule because,
I think it's pretty standard.
bro, I don't
Two,
know, man.
two to
I would
two,
have rather
two,
watched the
two at
game on a
least.
Saturday night though.
I know, but I'm saying it's at least two though.
But I
It's
don't care
never
about no
been bad.
Stanley
It's never
Cup.
been every other day. No, I'm not saying Stanley Cup. I'm saying the finals have never been every
They
other
should have
day.
done Wednesday because we waited 10 days already. So like
All right.
they should have done Wednesday, Saturday then if you want to do that.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're gonna get more viewership on a Sunday game than you are a Saturday game. People
Not
are
for
more
me.
likely to be home.
Not for me.
I feel like
It's
it's
more
Saturday.
enjoyable
I
on a
feel
Saturday.
like I was gonna say I feel like a Saturday game you'll get more people going out at the dinner places watching the games.
I'm just glad that I was able to watch it at 5 p.m. and not midnight East Coast time.
Yeah, we can discuss that. Poor people on the East Coast, man, they get it. The sports world does them crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. All right. Anything else we got to talk about before we get into this starting five?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Carlos Alcaraz for winning his third Grand Slam. 21 years old.
Shout
I
out
gotta
to
say,
freaking Scotty, man.
and Scotty too. I watched that. I thought, Jared, did you watch? I thought Colin hit that chip.
I didn't get to watch. No,
Hey Jared,
Did
do you
you
want to
see
make a
that,
U.S.
Luke?
Open prediction? Yeah, so you wanna make a U.S. Open prediction while we're talking golf real quick?
I'm always going Scotty at this point.
That's boring.
I
Are
mean,
you?
you
Are we
my fave
approaching?
my fan my homie pick is Matt Fitzpatrick.
Are we approaching Scotty versus the field levels like
Hell
Tiger
no.
or no?
No,
No, he's
I
not
don't
there. No, no,
he's
no.
never gonna
But
I don't think anyone will ever get to that. And that's fine.
he's just consistent, man. Like if he's putting, if he's making putts, you can't beat him.
I think Colin's going to break through at the U.S. Open.
He's been paired with Scotty now 3 times this season and has yet
And
to do it.
Scotty's wrecking him.
Like,
He
bro,
had a chance
I think
today,
Colin's
man.
too
He had
nice,
he had a
man.
real chance.
I think Colin's just too nice of a guy.
I just want to
sucks.
see
I like him
Victor
a lot.
Hovland jump back in the mix, man.
That was my pick. That is my US
Oh,
Open
I
pick.
like that.
That was his
I
pick.
want
I
to see
can't.
him
I
That is-
jump
can't
back
confirm
in,
that.
man.
That is my US Open pick, by the way. He actually was. He didn't play well today,
No,
but
yeah, he
he's been
played
in the
good up
hunt.
until
He's been in
today.
the hunt.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been in the hunt a lot of weekends, and he's won on big stages before. So I think he can do it. And I don't
Yeah.
think Wyndham Clark is going back to back.
Well, yeah, we know that.
All right. Anything else before we introduce
Sorry,
our next
Travis.
I just want to bring it back to the tennis world. I love where we're heading with Yannick Sinner and Alcaraz as the new two stars ready to take over the world. I don't know if
That's
you guys
interesting.
following them at all.
I'm more
That's
sad. I'm more sad
Yep.
that Joker's dwindling, bro. It says not even
I'm
might even
sad
play
as
the
well.
Wimbledon.
Yeah. Well,
it's. I mean, bro,
what
it's
sucks
sad.
about that, Jared, is he's still that good. Like I think he would have won the tournament if he didn't have to pull out. And he was
That's what
playing
I'm
on
saying though.
one
It's
knee.
like his body is just not gonna let him compete anymore, and then he's gonna be done, and then like
It's sad.
it'll be done.
But these two guys, these two young cats, man, it's high level tennis. It's high level tennis from those two.
I believe you. That's the other thing I want to say too. I want to make sure that I know he catches a lot of heat, probably especially from me, but like it's gonna be really sad when Braun's done playing. I will say that too.
Yeah.
It will be
Very.
sad. As
It's gonna
much
be
as I
so
give him
weird.
heat.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's just
so
gonna
weird.
be when him and Steph are done, bro, it's gonna be
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be an
Braun's been in the league.
odd thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of
Braun's
Steph,
been in
can we
the
talk
league
about that real
my
quick?
whole
Can we
life.
talk about Steph real quick? Can
We
just-
don't need
just
to.
briefly.
No.
What is going on in Folsom? What is happening? Why did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't want to
yeah.
give anyone flowers that don't deserve it, but I'm just saying, why is that happening? That's all that needs to be said. Because it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, honestly.
don't
I
get it.
heard that he was at the grounds for a volleyball tournament for his daughter, is what I heard. The grounds is
And
in
what-
Roseville.
And what Bazemore told him to slide to Folsom.
I guess. I
We
mean,
know
they're obviously they're
Kent's a
homies.
regular. Yeah, Kent's a regular at the Folsom one, and I know they're still friends.
Yeah. So I mean, if he's 15, 20 minutes away, pull up, get it some running.
Yeah,
It looked
I mean
cool.
that's pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool.
Random, so random.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Like that's crazy.
All right. So Jared, because you always have a problem. So actually, let me introduce this first.
I won
were
last
hoping-
week. I'm going first.
You're not. You don't decide that. We are doing starting five dynamic duos in sports. Now, we did this in anticipation that we were going to talk a lot about Luka and Kyrie. It didn't really pan out the way we were hoping, but I think their playoff run in itself deserves this type of starting five, the nod to the starting five. So we do have starting five dynamic duos. It's a good one. I'm surprised we haven't done it actually. putting
Yeah,
that
this
list
is a really
together, I
good
feel
one.
like.
It's
Now,
fun putting this list together.
Jared, what order do you want to be in? Where do you want your name? Right now it's first. Right now I have it as Jared, Tommy, Luke. Do you want me to change it?
Yeah.
What do you-
No, put me at first because I'm gonna win first.
Okay, so
Okay.
all right, so keep it is what you
And
said.
if that doesn't happen, then we'll respin.
It's Jared, Tommy, Luke. So there you go. It's first.
I got first.
Tommy's second. I'm third.
Oh, it didn't even change. Damn.
I like that. See, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. all
go
right.
ahead, man. Starting five dynamic duels.
I mean, this is why I wanted first at my PG. Also, I did have a quick question. We didn't discuss this just for clarity. Positionally, like obviously it's two people, but it's like positionally, it's just how we want to like structure our team, right? It doesn't
Correct.
We're on episode 97, man. Like,
just
we
make
should know
sure.
how to do this at this point.
Jared, I
I'm-
thought it was a valid question, bro. thought
Yeah,
it was a
I don't
valid
know why I'm
question.
catching heat on that. It's
I
fine. I
just-
mean, my point guard is like showstopper one way or the other. Give me Shaq and Kobe. I don't even have to say anything.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good pick. It's
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's the right pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good point guard. I'll counter that point guard. I'm going to go in a different direction. I want a quarterback here, so I'm going to go my guy Steve Young and Jerry Rice. A point guard, dynamic duo.
That's a
Bring that
horrible pick.
connection.
It's a really bad pick, I think.
I disagree.
Horrible pick, and I
It's a
need
I
good
think.
you
Well,
pick.
first, I don't
I'm
even.
gonna
I
need you
don't.
to
I know.
elaborate.
No, because I think it's a biased pick. I think it's a homer pick because I don't think the dynamic duo that Jerry Rice was with was Steve Young. They had their times, but
you
I
prefer
think
Montana.
I'd prefer Montana.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm not
but
gonna
you
hate
can't.
on that, but Steve Young, you gotta give Steve Young his flowers.
It's
Like,
fine. At my point guard,
definitely. And
no,
Steve
it
Young
has
was
nothing to do-
dynamic, and we're talking about Homer picks. Mr. King's pick in every starting five we had for the first 6 weeks.
It's more than that. I had it for a while.
I
And
mean,
I
Luke, I'm
can't just
not
because
Luke.
it's
I don't. I mean, I hate that you said it was a horrible pick. I think that's a terrible take from you. But like, I get the Joe Montana thing. But like, Steve Young's a baller.
Yeah, Steve Young won.
at my
Multiple.
at my point guard. I'm taking Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Okay, so we're just
That's
just
okay.
so
Now we're getting into the real reason why he was like
Yeah,
downplaying.
whatever.
That makes sense.
the best 1-2 punch that football's ever seen.
I don't know. Julian Edelman might actually be a better pick for that.
No, have you seen
Nah.
Rob Gronkowski's
That's Gronk
explosive
for sure.
numbers? He's
That's Gronk
insane.
for sure.
Edelman won
Um,
a Super Bowl MVP. That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, the GOAT, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski at the point guard. At the two, this is crazy. There's no way I lose this week. I'm going to take Tiger Woods and Steve Williams as my shooting guard. Steve Williams was his caddy for 62 of his 82 tour victories. That is unreal numbers. That is unreal. Give me Tiger and Stevie.
Okay. My two very
No,
easy.
he's making a face. He's making a face.
Yeah,
I mean,
because like
the
Sienna
caddy?
could have been Tiger's caddy,
Yeah,
and he
like-
still would have
No,
won. What are you talking
do
about?
your research. He had 3 caddies before Steve. Dismissed him. Dismissed him. Dismissed him. One was Jim
Tiger's
Fury's caddy.
Tiger,
All this.
bro.
No, I'm not
Tiger's
hearing
Tiger.
I'm
that.
hearing
Like,
that.
that's riding the coattails, man. I'm sorry.
Steve's not hitting the ball, bro.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I'm not going to listen to amateur golf takes from both of you because that's a bad take. There's a reason why he was. It's back to our LeBron coaching
But
thing.
Luke,
There's not a lot of people who can be on Tiger's back.
How much-
It's like there's not a
I
lot
agree.
of people who
I
can coach
agree.
LeBron.
I agree.
And
I
he was
agree
there
with
for
you.
60 victories.
Hey, I
60.
agree
how much
with
of a
that.
duo is it really though?
It's a lot. It's a huge duo. It's a huge
I'm not
duo. I don't think
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that, but you were gassing your 5, so I had to like bring
Okay.
I
you
have 2
back
goats.
down a
I have
little
2
bit.
goats on my list already.
Yeah,
Arguably 3.
Tiger
I
and
disagree, though.
Tom. Tiger and Tom.
Rob Gronkowski's in the conversation for GOAT tight end. I would disagree, but people, argue that.
He's in the combo.
He's top 3.
All
Yeah,
right.
so Steve is
At-
odd man out then.
Steve is probably top 2 as well. I would say Bones is up there. And there's one other dude. I think his name's like Fluff. They call him
Can't
Fluff.
wait for you to hear the rest of my 5. Just can't wait.
all
for
right.
you to
mean,
hear
I
Let's
have elite
let's
ones.
keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. At my shooting guard, I've got the best shooting guard here. Based on what a shooting guard needs to do. Nobody's touching my shooting guard here. Give me the Splash Brothers. The Splash
Yeah,
Brothers.
that was something coming.
Saw it coming. Had to come. Pause.
Wow. Yeah, you're definitely not ready for my shooting guard. These guys, showstoppers. They were the best in the biz, top of the game. Give me the original members: Triple H and Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X. That
I
is
don't know
my
about
shooting
it, but I
guard.
know them, so I'm aware.
Can you explain this one to me, Jared? Because I'm lost.
WWF. Hello?
I don't watch that stuff.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
yeah,
that's right up your alley. Come on, man.
yeah, I don't watch that stuff.
Yes, Heartbreak Kid, man.
Good, though.
Shawn
I trust you.
Michaels.
I trust you.
Dynamic. It's me again. Yeah.
Yep.
Issue.
Perfect. So I like both your guys' football picks, but if we're talking dynamic, like this is the most dynamic it gets. Give me Culpepper and Moss, man. Culpepper and Moss.
No, that's a good take.
That's a good
That's
pick.
my
That's
small
a good
forward.
pick.
That's
Yeah, I
a
like
good
that.
take. That's a good take.
yeah.
Culpepper,
Like no hate,
Culpepper's
not
underrated.
not hating on your guys' pick, but when you think of the
No,
word
yeah.
dynamic, like that is dynamic.
That's good.
That's
Culpepper. I like giving Culpepper the
Because
shot.
I like both your picks. Both your picks, they came to my tryouts, but I was just like, if I think of the word dynamic, I have to involve Moss.
All right.
Because I could have put Tom. I could have put Tom and Moss. Honestly.
Yeah, you could have put Tom in
No,
Moss
but
for
no,
sure.
you couldn't have. Do you know why?
Why? Why?
Randy Moss did not win a ring when he was playing with Tom Brady.
That's
fair.
okay. Exactly. I'm not. I told you I'm not discounting your pick, but when I think of dynamic, Moss has to be in the
Oh,
conversation.
you're good. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right,
Okay.
my bad.
My small forward. This is probably the most decorated duo in my lineup. You guys might be a little surprised by this one, but I know you both respect and understand greatness, so you guys are gonna get this one. Give me Phelps and Lochte.
that's a good one.
Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte.
Mm,
Just
That's a good one.
two ridiculous swimmers for our country. Obviously, Phelps is more the top dog in this conversation, but Lochte was setting world records in his own right. So
No, that's a really good pick. It's
before he
funny.
the whole arrest scandal, but yeah, neither here nor
I
there.
mean, it's funny you did that. So we're on similar thought process here. Icons when it comes to the Summer Olympics in
No, don't do it.
a sport that's near and dear to both Jared and my heart. Could be Missy May Trainer and Kelly
Yeah,
Walsh
great pick.
at the small
Great
forward.
pick, man. They were on my list as well. It's a
I
great
think
pick.
it's similar to what you're saying. It goes without saying,
Yeah.
for what their impact. They had the whole nation like
Yeah.
locked in on beach volleyball
Every time, bro.
and they were
Every
winning,
time.
dominating.
Speaking
of beach volleyball, shout out to Chase Buttinger for making the USA team.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chase Buttinger, man.
But yeah, I think it's
Jared-
that level of domination. It's hard to see that happening again. Honestly,
what I'm
I mean, there's a lot of people that dominate their sports, but like, good God,
no, that's crazy.
I don't know how many matches they won in a row. I'd have to look it up, but it was just like you never saw anybody else win. I don't know anybody else that won.
Yeah.
Literally, up until Chase Buttinger, I couldn't name another beach volleyball player.
I mean, I think Jared's gonna have to pick the Jamaican national team now. I mean, he's got to keep the Olympics rolling, right?
Look, I don't know. It's back to me anyways. So I got a few different.
You're
picks
not
here.
ready for my power forward.
This one is gonna go back to a conversation we were having. I want to say 3 or 4 weeks ago when we were talking about the announcers and the guys we liked and didn't like, and when ESPN kind of switched everything up, that we were disappointed. So at my power forward, I want Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy.
That's a great pick.
I want
dude.
them back.
That's
I want
a
them back,
great
man.
pick.
We all want them back. They used to electrify those NBA Friday nights, man, with Mike Breen. You know what I mean?
So good.
And they did their job fantastic. The quotables from both of them are ridiculous through this roof. So it's like this is probably my one of my lower star power picks, but I really wanted to get them in there. I think
It's a good pick,
belongs
Luke.
on the list.
It's a good pick. I just want to say, like, I don't hate the job JJ's doing, but after game one or during game one when Jaylen Brown hit the tween cross split into the poster and he was like, "Flush it, Mr. Brown." I was like, that
JJ's I think
Mark
JJ's
Jackson would have
problem,
been a better call.
JJ's problem to me, how do I explain this? As a watcher of a basketball game, to us, I think he's a lot better than a normal watcher because he speaks like a hoop head. He doesn't speak like an announcer, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't make the game. Like, if you were listening to him on the radio, you would not like listening to him call a game.
Exactly.
He doesn't paint a good picture
At all.
No.
But
nobody
he is
wants
intelligent.
to
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about
Hauser
Luka
catch IQ pie,
Doncic's.
though.
Nobody wants to hear about the Luka Doncic outer quadrant isolation.
Yeah, he's like too analytic. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's too much a nerd. Like he doesn't narrate the game.
Jamal does a great.
Jamal does a great
job.
job.
Yeah,
Jamal's
good at
gonna
blending it. Yeah,
he's gonna be on the top teams here soon.
Oh.
It's me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, power forward. I mentioned tennis earlier, so I have to pick this duo. Best in the game, man. Give me Venus and Serena.
Yep.
Venus
that's
and
a good
Serena
pick.
at the
Good
4.
pick.
Fantastic
Man, lots
movie.
of tennis.
Fantastic movie about them, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it.
King Richard, top.
Top tier.
Shout out Will Smith.
Yeah, man. Bad boys.
That's your guy.
I mean, he deserved what he got on that one. He deserved the Academy Award on that one. That was amazing. Yeah, I want to be him if I can do half as good a job as he does.
Yeah. Man, Jared, that really is you, man.
Yeah.
Are you getting him on the tennis court soon or what?
That's what Jared got the girl dads, by the way.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He got the Kobe's.
Yeah. Did you see, on a side note, there was a store in Texas that was selling them in store. They were giving priority to girl dads.
I like that. I like
that's
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was like
That's cool.
and then they like posted pictures of the dad with the shoes and his daughter.
Yeah,
So
that's
sick.
dope. That's super dope.
Sick. All right. So man, you guys really aren't ready for this. This might be before your time. So like I can appreciate if you guys don't.
I mean, the WWE pick you picked was before our time too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. This is like my,
No,
thinking
you're
of
good.
dynamic duos. Power forward. These guys are going to set the tone for my team. This is a sport that none of us watch, but I'm going to give them their nod here. Give me the Bash Brothers from Mighty Ducks 2.
Bash Brothers.
Fulton Reed and Dean Portman.
Yeah,
The
this one's
Bash
going
Brothers.
over my head, man.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks 2.
not
Look it
familiar.
You
up.
got it though. You got it. Is Mighty
Yeah,
Ducks 2
I
better
got-
than the original?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, because that's when they go. That's when they go and play in the Olympics. Talk about Olympics. They go and play Iceland.
What do you think about the movie Miracle? All right, my bad. You can make yours. You can make your center.
No,
pick.
I think it's a good movie. Kurt Russell does a good job. It's like, it's a good. It is what it is, right? It's like a good period piece sport movie. It's like those were really popular at that time. So
yeah.
I
All right,
think
who
it's
you
good.
got at the center, man?
So this one's a little tougher. I'm gonna put this. I had a couple different guys slotted for this. I think I'm gonna put this group because it's very few times that this player will find his way onto one of my lists. We just talked about him a lot, so I hate to keep talking about him. But give me Braun and Wade in Miami.
Yeah,
nice.
Braun and Wade in Miami was on the wings was terrifying. It just was terrifying. Offensively, defensively, the connection they had, the friendship they had. Like, how many times can you find the two best players, arguably, of their sport that are also best friends? That's like a hard thing to find.
It's a good selection.
I feel like. So,
It's a good
like,
selection.
again, I beyond what everything we talked about before, like they were just man. They didn't win as much as they should have won, but they were tough, man. That was a tough duo.
So good.
Yeah. So Braun and Wade.
Great pick.
Yeah.
5, right?
Yeah.
My 5. I'm going basketball here. One of these players is a center. The other one is not, but he can play center if need be. He subbed in the finals and did it. He Magic and Kareem.
Yeah, just good.
Yeah. This is about to be sick. I'll just say Jared knows his game, man. Give me Vlade Divac and Chris Webber at my 5.
Oh my, that's horrible.
That's not
awful.
horrible. Wait, that is not. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
You're
it's
just
not. It's
if-
not.
if
No,
Steve
no,
Young
no,
and
no.
Jerry
no.
Rice
I'm
is
talking to him.
awful.
I'm talking to him.
If
I'm
Steve
talking to
Young
him.
and Jerry Rice is awful, then that's awful.
No, because they were a real duo. I just think Jerry Rice had a better duo partner, similar to how Jared's saying
Just let me get my hate
Culpepper
piece
was a
off.
better.
Man. Just let me get my hate piece off.
Look, I'm just saying, man. It's a homer pick, hand up accountability, 1000% homer pick, but that's a dynamic duo. You weren't seeing
I'm a C-Web fan for
behind the
sure.
back passes from the Europeans, the original Jokic. All right, that's a lot. My bad.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
my
not-
walk-on
come
pick.
on.
I'm really excited about my walk-on pick right here. I don't know if Jared. I was surprised he already went a similar route, but I think mine's a little more dynamic. We're talking about dominance. We're talking about dynamic. Dynamic. We're talking about showstoppers. Can't take your eyes away from them. Give me Gian Piero and Massimo, the Italians from Kicking and Screaming. You get the ball to the Italians.
That's really good. That's really good.
These two are dynamic.
He told Mike Ditka, he said, where's my juice box? He's like, what? He's like, you're my juice box guy. Give me my juice box now.
Juice box boy. Look, bro, you're telling me they took a dying franchise and within 5 to 6 weeks turned them
Special.
into
They
a
were special,
championship
man.
organization.
They were special.
And
No ifs,
soccer
ands, or
wasn't even
buts.
a priority.
Yo,
The
Phil's
meat comes
pills,
first.
man. Phil's, that's crazy. Phil's pills.
That was the
That's
quote.
special, Luke. That's really
Give me Gian Piero and Massimo, the Italians.
Hey, I will go down on this sword. That is probably Will Ferrell's most underrated role.
It's a great one. People
I can
overlook it
agree with
because
that.
it's more for kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like it's the most underrated role, bro. There's no way you can find me a better role than that he plays in that.
Such a good movie, dude.
It's
so good.
so good, bro. I
Mike,
love
watch
that
it.
movie. I love that movie. He
Will
comes with
Ferrell is just the best.
blue tiger stripe
Yes.
suit, and he's got the espresso machine on the bench.
Dude, he's
get
just
him a
the
half
best.
calf. Get him a half calf.
He is the best. We need to do an actors list at some point.
I
Definitely done
freaking
the
love
actors
that
list.
movie,
Have we?
dude. Oh
think
my
so.
god, I love that movie so much.
I don't know. I
It's
feel like
such a good movie.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Dang,
Shout out
I
to
don't even
Owen.
want to.
Owen
I
helped
don't
me out
even
with that
want to
pick.
give my. I don't even want to give my pick now, man. But That was so good.
The Italians, man.
I'll stick
Italians.
I'll stick in a similar realm, not quite, a little more serious. I've got soccer. These guys, when they were in their primes, were best of the best. And why I love this pick is they're riding off into the sunset together. Jared actually tuned in for a game. I don't know if both of them played, but I've got Leo Messi and Luis Suarez.
Yeah, they were both there.
Yep.
I watched them play. Messi
Hell
broke
of
the
a
record.
duo. Hell of a duo in Barcelona, and now they're in Miami just doing whatever.
Well,
Making M's.
walking around, chilling.
Yeah.
Suarez needs to cut some weight.
Is he fat?
Yeah, he was kind of big.
Good for him. He's earned
He
that.
can still
Yeah.
score them goals though, man.
Yeah,
He
that's
can
right.
still
He did
score
get a
them
score.
goals.
He did get a goal. All
All
right,
right, Waters, what you got for us, kid?
man. I mean, Luke, I love where you're going with this. So I have to do it. This was my plan the entire time when you gave this list and when we decided on this list, the starting five. I knew what I was gonna do for my walk on, and these guys will go down in infamy. And even though I'm older, you guys can both appreciate this, man. Give me I'm gonna butcher the name right now. Bertier and Campbell, man. Strong side, left side, baby.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah,
Titans?
yeah. That's really good. That's really
so
good.
That's my
good,
walk.
Jared. That's so good.
Jerry Bertier and Julius Campbell. I had to make sure I got the names right.
That's really
so
good.
That's
Great
so
film.
Good. Why didn't I do this? Yeah, looks like I didn't
Yeah.
prepare well enough.
Yeah.
Them versus Italians is gonna be special.
That's special.
Bro, what?
That's
They're
special.
getting lit up, bro.
They're
Yeah,
getting
but
lit up.
They're dancing around them.
Yeah,
though.
they might.
They're
Yeah,
getting
they might
lit
evade.
up.
They might make a miss.
They're
They
getting
might make a
lit
miss.
up.
I don't know.
I gotta watch Kicking and Screaming tonight. I have to.
That's why I'm
It's
feeling the
so
same way.
funny, bro.
So
Like,
good.
it's so funny. It's
Such
such
a
a
good
funny
movie.
movie.
Oh, jeez. All right, Jay, what you got for us,
Oh
man?
man, well, Luke knows. Tommy doesn't know too much yet, but Luke knows for sure. I may not be the best golfer, but with my 50 chips a night, my tourney partner will feel dynamic. Our chemistry will be a scary sight.
Nice.
Mm,
Excellent. That's
you did
excellent.
that. You stepped up there. You stepped up there.
You did.
Come on, man.
I will
I'm
say,
always ready.
Luke did give me some subtle flowers this weekend with my golf game. It felt good. That was
Jude, you can. This is how I describe
good.
Tommy's golfing. He clearly has never played in his life before, but he's not completely uncoordinated to where he looks like an idiot when he's trying to swing. So there's some potential there.
There you go. That's all.
He doesn't whiff, and he doesn't whiff. If you're a new golfer and you don't whiff, then you're doing something right.
Yeah, like if within the first Luke, you would say probably 6 to 8 months, if you can get the ball off the ground, you're winning.
We're gonna find you can work with that.
You're winning.
Find a way, man.
Yeah, I will say that, because I remember those days. Like, I specifically remember those days where, like, bro, if I was getting off the ground, like, I felt good about myself.
We had some guys that
Man.
we're getting the ball off the ground too. That's for sure.
We did. Yeah,
but we
there
don't have
was
to talk about that.
there's a
Yeah, I
serious
mean
case
that's
of that.
that's a hard thing. Like, when you don't play and you never played, like, I can respect that now.
Well said.
Yeah, man.
Well said.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 97, man. Happy Monday to our listeners. Happy Sunday night to the real ones. I know we've got a few that are going to tap in right away.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. As always,
Davey, get some sleep, man. You need some sleep.
Jeez.
You had a long weekend.
Shout out to Davey, man. Shout out to Davey. These are your favorite walk-ons, and we're walking out.